Hello folks, didn't see you there, just having a little play on my Cavern Club harmonica. This was actually a present off Sue, as some of you may know. I've just celebrated a birthday, getting a bit older, not necessarily getting much wiser. Yeah, so that was for my trip to Liverpool, but she actually gave me this as a birthday present, so it comes in a case and it comes in a box and everything. I haven't got a clue how to play it like, but you know, it's something nice, isn't it? Yeah, so my birthday was on Thursday, but the weekend, Sue surprised me and she actually took me to Belper for the weekend. So we went on Saturday, stopped Saturday night, and then came back Sunday. So I was at, we stopped in a hotel we stopped at before, the Lion in Belper. Lovely room, lovely food. The staff there can't do enough for you. It isn't the most cheapest place to stay in Belper, but it's probably the best place to stay. We've stayed there a few times and we've always had a good time. So I was thinking, well, Saturday, Sunday isn't going to be anywhere open, but we managed to find, we found 3 record shops, but I didn't do any record shopping until Sunday. So one of them wasn't open on the Sunday, but 2 of them were. So I'm going to quickly show you what I've bought. I'm not going to go into too much detail because this is just going to be like a quick sort of like, catch up sort of like video, and then once I've played the records, because I haven't had time to play any of the records yet, then I will go into more detail. Stay tuned because there will be a couple of Beatle Dave's twist and shout outs at the end. I can see you all now. So we've got a big bag of records. So this one here, Groove Records, apparently he's been in Belper for about 5 years. Now, I've never ever seen his shop open before. Great shop. It's above a barber's called Ali Barber's. Yeah, so you go upstairs. The stairs are quite steep, so if you've got difficulty walking, just take your time going up there. So we bought, what did we buy from him? I bought quite a few from him, and then I bought some other records from Burton Record and Antique Centre. Just get these right. Bear with 1 second, folks. That's not that. Oh, Sue bought me that as well for birthday present. Be Here Now, Oasis. I've played that. It's absolutely fantastic album. Right, so I think that's right. So there should be 1, 2. Yeah, so we've got. We've got 1, 2. So I've got 5 records from Groove Records, and his address is, I'll tell you the address because it's on this bag, is 2 Midland View, Belper, DE56 1QB, above Ali Barber. Yeah, so I actually went in on the Saturday and got some really, really good records. And I did say, we've got to go and book into the hotel and got a meal booked and things like that. It says, well, if you stay in, I am open tomorrow, meaning the Sunday. So we did go in on the Sunday, but I'd already seen a few things that I thought, yeah, I wouldn't mind them. Like, its prices range from like £5 for an album up to like £500, £600. It depends what you're looking for. Obviously, the rarer stuff is going to be more than the common stuff. I'm quite happy with what I got. Like I say, we got, I think it's 5, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 albums off him. There's 1, 2. There's 2 that have got a Beatles connection. There's 1 that's got a Parlophone connection, and then the other 2 are people that I am, fans of anyway. So please stay tuned. Right, the first one was this. Now, this is the Radha Krishna Temple, London. This is the LP that they did for Apple Records. So this is Apple 18, I think. Just get it out there. So it's a gatefold sleeve. That is the track listing on the back. I won't go into the track listing them. You can, if you're interested, you can freeze that and then zoom in. It did come with the original Apple Records in a sleeve, which on their own are quite expensive, if you can ever find them. Yeah, Apple 18. So this was produced by George Harrison, and it's got, like, you know, the Hare Krishna mantra and things like that on it. You see that? Now this record looks to be, that's not blank, it does actually say what it is on it, but my laptop is playing up. Now this looks to be in really, really nice condition. I wouldn't say it's mint, but I wouldn't say it's far off. Like I say, I haven't had a chance to play any of these yet, so usually, well, to be honest, this is the first one of these I've ever seen out in the wild. They do occasionally come up on certain internet selling sites, but they are very few and far between. Like I say, this is the first one I've ever seen in the wild. Do I really need it? Not particularly. Am I gonna ever play it? Yes, I will play it occasionally, but I do like it because it is got the George Harrison and the Apple connection. And you know, if you're inclined to listen to this sort of thing, you know, I don't mind it. Honestly, don't mind it. Some people say, you know, it's a load of rubbish. It's, you know, it's part of the Apple Records history. Like I say, these usually go for £100 plus. So I saw this and it was actually up for £39. And Beetle Dave, being Beetle Dave, I actually asked the bloke and he goes, is this the right price? Is that £39 or £139? And he goes, no, it's £39. So I said, oh, can I have a look and everything? And he says, yeah, this was on the Saturday. And I says, right, I'm going to come back tomorrow. I says, I've got to go and see how much I've got on my credit card and things like that. And he goes, no problem, you know. So Sue came with me on the Sunday. I did tell her about this record and she goes, Dave, if you want to get it. Yes, it's not something I'm going to be playing every single day, but it is a curio in the Apple Records catalogue. So I thought for £39 that was actually a bargain. Some of you might disagree and say, bloody hell, Dave, what you doing buying stuff like that? At the end of the day, I work hard for my money, and it's like Sue said, if you want it, Dave, where else are you ever going to see another copy of that? And I said, I don't know. I've only ever seen, I think I saw a copy on eBay, was it yesterday or the day before, and I think that was up for £135. Yeah, so you know, they have a lot of money. Basically, because when they came out, they didn't sell. Then I got a copy of Rock and Roll by John Lennon, and I paid £12 for this. The sharp-eyed people will probably realise this is an American pressing, because the cardboard's thicker into it on these and not laminated where the UK ones were laminated. Then there's a hole there. Does that mean it was a return, or you can't return it or something? And I thought, well, for £12, it's worth getting just to compare the sound to the UK version. So it's on a lighter Apple label to the UK. I don't know what's wrong with this there, you see that, can't you? And you've got the 1 and 2 on it, really, really phenomenal. So this is SK3419. Same track list and everything as the UK version. Like I said, just got it because I thought it's going to be nice to compare. I think I've got an Italian copy of this, and is it a Spanish copy? Can't remember off the top of my head. So again, for £12, didn't think that was too bad. But when I went to pay, I'll give the chap his dues. He did actually knock me quite a bit of money off. So a couple of these records, well, there's one that I definitely now got for free, and I think he knocked a little bit off another one. Then we've got the Hollies. Very, very underrated band in a lot of ways. A lot of people think the Hollies was mainly a singles band, which to a certain extent they were in the 60s, but they did make some fantastic albums. And this is, can't remember what this one's called. Is it Evolution? Yeah, this is Evolution. This was recorded in, let's have a look. Comes with the original EMI inner. This came out in 1967. So it is a little bit psychedelic, but then there's a lot of folk rock on it as well. On the original 1960s Parlophone label. I must admit, a lot of the songs on here I've never heard of. But I think this came out on a budget label on MFP many years later. But it's like their sort of Sergeant Pepper, I think. The sleeve is very, very interesting. Because, you know, when this came out, you got Sergeant Pepper, and then you got the first Pink Floyd album as well, haven't you? And they all used really, really nice artwork. Nice, isn't it? Very, very psychedelic. Like I say, till I play it, I won't know what it sounds like. But I have got quite a few Holles albums, which is probably one I might do a video on at some point. I love the Holles, especially when, you know, the 60s Holles, when Graham Nash was still with them. Then I got this one, never seen this one before, The Who compilation album. This was £8, but technically I think I got this for nothing, because, like I say, it did knock me some money off. I think this is a German pressing, I think. So that is the track listing on the back anyway. And it's got Boris the Spider on it. I love Boris the Spider. It's got I Can See for Miles, Sunrise, Mary Ann with a Shaky Hand, I Need You, See My Way, So Sad About Us. So it's not exactly a greatest hits thing. Disco, but this was in really, really nice condition. That is the inner sleeve, which I think is the original inner sleeve to it, and it's on Impact Records. It says, nearly dropping it. It says on here 1971. I think it's tracks from like a quick one, isn't it, and things like that on there. And probably the first album as well. But for £8, or in my case for nothing, bargain. Then the last one we got from him was at Groove Records of Belper, is David Bowie, Never Let Me Down. You might think, Dave, why have you got that? You've got so many copies of that. And I have, but this is manufacturer's property, not for sale. It says there, look on the back. And Sue actually spotted this one. She says, Dave, look at this. So that is the track listing at the top there, if you wanted to freeze in and zoom in. Does have the original inner sleeve. So I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want to try and make this quite a quick video. It's on EMI America. And I think it is a UK pressing. I'm not 100% sure. Now, when this album came out, a lot of people didn't like it. I actually think it's a good album. Yes, it's got some brilliant songs on it, and it's got some not so fantastic songs on it, but it's where David Bowie was at the time. And I think because he got some criticism for this, then he thought, well, sod it all, then I'll just go and form a band. And he did Tin Machine, didn't he, for a few years. I mean, Never Let Me Down is a fantastic song anyway. Time Will Crawl, that's one of the best songs I think David Bowie ever did. Then you got Glass Spider. You know, I'm sure you all know the songs on this. Yeah, never. Yeah, it is a very, very underrated album. So that is all the records that we got from Groove Records, and this was the bag that he gave me. Apparently, so many bags, and they're all hand drawn. And if you spend a certain amount of money, you will get a bag. So then we went to with us 1 second. We went to Belper Record and Antique Centre, which is, if you know where the bus station is in Belper, it's virtually opposite that, but just slightly up. I'd been on there on Saturday and I'd seen a few records, and then I went in yesterday and I thought, I'm not just going to look for Beatles stuff. I'm going to try and broaden my horizons a bit. It might surprise you, I've only got one Jimi Hendrix LP, which was the Jimi Hendrix Experience Smash Hits, is it? Compilation album. So I did see a few Jimi Hendrix LPs. So I thought, well, for what he wanted for him, I'm going to give it a try. The first one is this one. Now, that could be anything, couldn't it? I'm sure some of you might know what it is. It's actually Electric Ladyland, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. This is an American copy. It's on reprise, and the thing that's intriguing to me is, you can tell this is an old record. So in America, if you had a double album, record 1 would be side 1 and side 3, and record 2 would be side 2 and side 4, something like that. And when you used to put them on the thing, so you could put them down. And it's on reprise records, but it's got a barcode. Now in the UK, barcodes didn't come out till the 80s, mid 80s. So it's a gatefold. That is the songs that are on it. It is in quite nice condition. I'm not going to get both the records out because they're both the same, but it is on. No, sorry. So record 1 is side A and side D. Now in the UK, this would have been on track records, wouldn't it? But it is still quite a weighty record. But it has got the Warner Brothers logo there. So I don't think it is an original 1960s pressing. I'd say it's an early 70s one. Or it could even be 80s. I don't know. It just like... The records look like they could be from the 80s, but the actual cover, although it's got a barcode on it, looks like it's from the 70s. Yeah, so there you get side C, side B and side C. Nice record, few marks on it. This is one I'm going to play when I've done this video. That was £20, but then because I bought 3, the chap at Belper Record and Antique Centre did actually knock me a bit off, so one of these was actually free. So that was £20 for double Jimi Hendrix Experience LP, and I think that's quite a good bargain. It has got a bit of, it is showing its age, which, if it was an 80s LP, I would have thought this would have been more in like a laminate sleeve, where this isn't. It's not in a laminate sleeve. Then we've got this one. Again, from that, you don't know what it is, do you? I had to look twice. This is actually Hendrix Band of Gypsies. So this was like a bandy, a short. He only was in this for a short while. So it was Jimi Hendrix, Buddy Miles, and Billy Cox. So I think they did a few gigs, and I think they did some sort of festival, didn't they? And then that was it. Now there is a cover of this where it is like puppets on the front. I think this is a UK copy. So side 1 is Who Knows a Machine Gun, only 2 songs. Side 2 is Changes, Power to Love, Message of Love, and We Gotta Live Together. Recorded live New Year's Eve, 69/70 at Fillmore East in New York. It's a live album. and this is on Polydor. Yeah, made in England, it says. It should say manufactured in England, shouldn't it? But so there's that one. See, I am trying to listen to other things apart from the Beatles. Yes, the Beatles is my first passion, but you know, I often get comments, have you got Led Zeppelin LPs, and have you, somebody did once say how many Jimi Hendrix LPs you got, and I'm thinking one, and it's a compilation. That was £12. This one was £8, but I think he gave me this for nothing. Jimi Hendrix Rainbow Bridge original motion picture soundtrack. I've got no idea at all about this album. Again, it is a gatefold, and I think it is just Jimi Hendrix. It's not the Jimi Hendrix Experience. It's obvious to a film, Rainbow Bridge. Never heard of it. I'm not being ignorant when I say that. I just have never heard of it. So you've got, it's on reprise again. So I would say this is, it's got a date on it, 1971. Oops, he says. Wasn't good. Nick might have a scratch on it. So that one. Again, it is a bit dusty. It does need a clean. I haven't played it. When I've played some of these, I will go into, you know, better sort of reviews. Now, the inner sleeve on that is absolutely crap. The outer sleeve is dropping to bits, to be honest, especially on the spine. But the record itself looks in okay condition. Like I say, I think I got this one for nothing. So that is my little finds and a few birthday gifts. Thank you, by the way, to everybody that sent me birthday messages. I did get quite a few messages off Facebook, off YouTube. Beatle Dave, like and subscribe, folks. So, you know, I got t-shirts, I got some books. We went out for meal on the Friday. Obviously, Sue took me away on the Saturday. We came back on the Sunday. You know, I've been a busy chap. I don't know if I will ever learn how to play this properly or not, but when we went to Liverpool, she says, "Oh, I want some ideas for for a present for us. So just get me a cabin club harmonica, something different, a little bit of fun." Beatle Dave's Twist and Shout Outs, just do a few of these, and then that will be the end of the video. First of all, thank you to the staff at the Lion Hotel in Belper for making me and Sue feel very, very welcome. Like I say, we have stayed there before. The food in there is, oh, it's lovely, really is lovely. Thank you to Groove Records in Belper. Check them out if you're ever in that part of the world. Thank you to the staff at the Belper Record and Antique Centre. Again, we've been there loads and loads of times, and you know, you aren't paying stupid money for records in Belper Antique Record and Antique Centre. Yes, they're not probably as good as some of the other records that you can get, but if you're on a budget, it's a fantastic place to go. Also, thank you to Beatle Dave's Twist and Shout Out to Mark Morris, my old mate in America. If you haven't checked his channel out, please do. Also, my old mate Beatley Tone of Beatley Tone's Beatles channel. Here's your twist and shout out, mate. You are looking absolutely fantastic at the minute, mate. I watched one of your videos the other day, and I think you're looking very, very well. And I think you know, I'm hoping everything is okay with you. Another Beatle Dave's twist and shout out goes to Beatle Brad. Now, if none of you have ever seen Beatle Brad, please just check him out. He's got a wonderful channel. He's been on YouTube for years and years and years. And to be fair, he should have 60,000 subscribers or something like that. His channel is fantastic. He keeps putting videos out, and he's not getting, some of them he gets decent views, others of them he hasn't. And he's like, he said to me, he says, Dave, what else can I do? So I've gave him a few ideas, sort of thing, but just check him out. He's a wonderful bloke. His knowledge of the Beatles puts mine to shame. So yeah, please check out Beatle in America. And that's going to be about it. I could mention loads and loads and loads, but I don't want this video to go on forever. Peace and love to you all. Oh, by the way, if you've liked this video and you want to leave me a thumbs up, please do. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. You know, it is free. It doesn't cost you a penny. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. If you want to leave comments on some of them records, especially them Jimi Hendrix ones, because I don't, apart from Electric Ladyland, I don't really know what the others are. You know, I could be in for a really, really nice surprise playing them. I could think, bloody hell, why aren't I bought these years ago? And then I might think, God, what have I bought them for? So, you know, that's the fun of trying to expand your musical experiences, isn't it? Also, if you've liked this video and you want to buy me a coffee, there's a thing called a super thanks, I think. So, you know, think, oh yeah, I'll give him £1 or something like that. It's all very, very, very much appreciated. A couple of people have done it. Anything that comes through from that will go on, I don't know, lighting. I think my laptop is about knackered now. It just keeps saying fill up space. I've freed a load of space up and it still keeps saying it, although today we haven't managed to do it on this one. And you know what, if you've got any ideas for future videos, please let me know. Check out the channels that I have just gave twist and shout outs to, and check out this guy, Groove Records. If you're Evan Belper, just check him out. Groove Records, like I say, he's upstairs above a barber shop, and you go down like a little old like railway line. It does usually have a thing out, so you will know where it is. I think he's open from 11 till 4 in the week, and I think it's 10 till 3 on a Sunday. Some of his prices are really, really low. Some of his prices are really, really high. But obviously, if you want something that's a bit rare, you've got to pay a little bit more for it, haven't you? I'm very, very happy with what I've got on my little trip to Belper. And that's going to be it. So until the next time, love and peace to you all. Remember, Beatle Dave loves you. You are the beat of Beatle Dave. Without you, this channel wouldn't exist. A splendid time is guaranteed for all. So I hope you really have enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making this one. And until the next time, it's peace and love. And as my old mate Beatle Brad would say, I'm out of here.